Good afternoon. It's 4:12, and I'm here at a a crown land site close to a creek. If you look at the sky, it looks cloudy and gloomy out. This is a scouting out trip to see if there is any campsites on the creek. I didn't want to go out in the rain and have to paddle all around and try and figure out where to camp. So for tonight, I will stay right here on a nice little crown land site here. Tomorrow, hopefully it'll be nice out. I'll drive down to an access point and paddle in and scout out the area. So this will be my my home once it's all set up. I've been watching a lot of videos online about tarp setups, and in the past, all I've done before is just taken the four corners and tied them to a tree nearby. But I thought this time I would actually use a prusik knot here. There we go. There's a prusik, and actually make a line there and hang my tarp off of that. It gives me a few more options here to, because my problem I had in the past was I didn't set things up properly, and if it rained, the water would just sit on here. If it does rain tonight, come over here, the water should flow down here and on the ground. My tent will be kind of half in and half out in the back, so when I exit my tent in the morning, if it is raining, I can exit in the dry, have a spot there to do my cooking. And hopefully tonight, I'm going to hopefully have a campfire here. So let me get things set up here. This is the third year that I've had this tent, and so far I'm liking it. Previous tents that I had start to tear after 3 or 4 years. So I won't say whether I love this one or not until the end of the year and there's no tears in it. But right now I like it, which is the ground sheet, as with most tents, are made to go underneath the tent, and they peg into the fly to make a whole system. However, I've been camping for 30 years, and my friend Cliff has been camping for I think 50 years, I believe, and I listen to him now. So my ground sheet is on the inside here. His point is, and I agree with it wholly, that eventually, if it rains a lot, eventually your water will soak to the bottom, no matter how well that you pick your spots. And this way, the bottom of the tent is wet, but the fly or the ground sheet will be dry, and it's a much better system. There we go, all set up. Brought some water. Now, unfortunately, with any crownland site that's fairly accessible, and this one is fairly accessible, this is what you get. And it's really pathetic, really, because it's real easy to bring a garbage bag and pack out your garbage, but it's the word for it is disgusting. I'll pack out what I can, but I brought just small garbage bags if I might be canoeing. But unfortunately, I'll have a seat here. That's not unfortunate. Unfortunately, though, that's what you get. But this is camp for the day, and I can clean out the fire pit and a bit of the area around me before I leave. Tomorrow, hopefully it'll be sunny out and fairly nice, and I will go paddling on the creek that's nearby. And my goal is to see whether there's any spots on the creek where might be a suitable campsite. I did have a look at the online topographical maps, and north of here is going to be a lot of swampy area, marshy area, whatever, on this side of the access point, and just south of where the Crownland area ends here. There might be an area to the south of here. Looking at the top of the map, the area looks to be flat and is not a marshy area. So I am going to be paddling south, and hopefully we'll find something that's good. So in the future trips, I can just paddle out to that campsite and not have to see all this garbage that's right here. Well, good evening. It's I keep looking at my watch here. It's 5:45. Not exactly where I was hoping to be. I was hoping to be out on the creek today to search out a possible campsite. I've been to this area before, but haven't been down the creek before. So I know that there are campsites close to the road. So that's where I am. I was hoping I could have time to go on the river or on the creek, whatever, and search out for campsites. It was overcast all day long. It looked like it was going to rain any minute. It did rain off and on a bit, so I didn't want to be paddling around not knowing where I could stop for the night. So I decided that the second option is the best here. Go to a campsite that I know I can be at. They are calling for rain all day tomorrow. Hopefully they'll be wrong on that. If not, then Saturday morning before I pack up to go home, I can paddle out the creek and do my search for a possible campsite for any future trips at all. That was the whole idea of this trip. And I want to visit the Canadian Canoe Museum, which isn't too far away from here. Hopefully we'll be able to get all that stuff done before I have to go back on Saturday. In the meantime, I think it's time to start the supper. Because I thought I'd be canoeing, I did bring my bear vault, but something else that I tried before I left home. I have a small cooler bag here that actually fits inside of the bear vault, so I can keep food cold in here for an extra day or so. So actually tonight I am planning on having a nice steak and crushed veggies. So we'll get those on the fire soon. We're on the barbecue. Sorry, on the stove soon. I would love to cook these over barbecue or over open flame, but I'm not going to do that here. Yeah, when I want to have steak and my veggies and rice all and cook all at the same time on a single burner stove, sometimes that's be a little bit hard to do. So I have a system for that, and that system is I will brown the steak first and then put it on top here and use the pan as a lid while it's a little warm, while my rice and my beans are cooking underneath. That seems to work well for me. To prevent this from burning, I do put a bit of water in there. If I had spices with me, or sometimes I've used lemon juice, but I usually use that if I'm having chicken, which isn't too often in the bush. But a bit of flavoring in there. Even a shot of whiskey or rye would be put that in there for flavoring. I'll be eating it probably in about 10 minutes. It doesn't take very long for this to cook, and it'll taste good whether I'm out in the bush or whether I'm at a campsite next to a road. Supper is served. Got some nice steak and veggies with rice, and it's looking good. And it'll taste good whether I'm at home, but it tastes better while I'm out camping somewhere, just like here. even though it's looking darker here and more like rain any minute now. One advantage of having a small cooler that fits inside my bear vault is my rum and coke here is nice and cold still. So this is cheers to you. Cheers. Tomorrow I'll see if the weather holds up. If it doesn't, I'll find things to do. Not a problem. Not that far from a town, so I can go in and find things to do. Saturday it'll be nice for sure, and then I can paddle the creek and hopefully mark out some Crown Land sites to camp on. There are in the daytime there are a number of ATVs that go up and down the road here. It was at certain points it can get a bit loud, but in the evening here it's nice and quiet. I did go for a short walk, and just the other side of the creek I could see another tent up on a hill there. There's no vehicle over there. They'd have to carry the tent up a small trail. Not sure if there was anybody there. I didn't see anybody there. It's possible that they just set up the tent and left for a bit, and kind of like reserving the site, which you aren't supposed to be doing. But you're allowed to be on any Crown Land areas for, I think it's 23 days before you have to move, and you don't have to move. I think it's 100 meters away to another spot. But this is a nice quiet evening here, and I'm gonna enjoy my fire. Well, I got the fire going and sat by the fire for a bit, and then I hear some rain. Now, it rained for about a minute or two just for me to move back underneath my shelter, and then it stopped. So I don't know, do I keep going back and forth, or do I just sit here and enjoy the fire from afar? But it rains a lot on trips that I go out on. Maybe I just have bad luck with that. But I don't care, because being out in the woods here, on the Crown Land here, still beats sitting at home. Good morning. It's still morning. I wasn't in a hurry to get out of my tent, since I could hear the rain coming down. It came down hard at times. Now it's quite not so hard, but the forecast is still calling for it to rain until about 6 o'clock tonight. I looked at the forecast, and tomorrow, the day I have to leave, it's supposed to rain again in the morning, get sunny out, or get clear out around 2 o'clock, which doesn't leave me much time to do any paddling, since I had to be home Saturday night. But the setup here is good. Nice and dry inside. Rained all night long, and the water was able to drain off my tarp properly, so there wasn't any issues there. Now I just have to decide whether I want to eat here. I can go into town to eat. It isn't that far away, but I think I'll go for a quick morning walk in the rain, because Nothing beats a walk in the rain, right? Just going for a walk north of campsite. Nice little creek here. There's the outlet for the creek. Going through here. No real trail here, but it's nice hearing the sound of the babbling brook, I guess. And stay close to the creek since I want to hear that sound. Nice quiet area here, actually. There's a nice little drop here. So I can get on the other side of it. Yeah, bushwhacking through it. It just started raining a while ago, so it's still well wet around here. Oh, look at this. I can call that a waterfalls. This is a good view. Pull down some more. Oh yeah, this sounds nice. I think these waterfalls just follow me around. Here's a nice falls here. This is a lake just down the road from where I'm camping. There are cottages, you can't see them all along here. Small beach area, you could launch a boat here. But there is no camping here. There we go. No camping. This is the creek that I want to paddle. If I can get a nice few hours. I'm guessing that anywhere north of here, you can only go up here less than a kilometer before you get into private property. I doubt there's any camping on the creek there, but I'm looking at going downstream, and this is downstream here, and there is another point where you can put in your canoe around the bend over here, and I'm thinking that if I go down that way over a bit more to the east, I'm hoping there might be a spot there that I can mark as a campsite for future canoe trips. Wouldn't be that long of a trip, but just a chance to get out of the city for a day or two. Well, it's just shortly after 6. The sun is out. Let me show you. There, look at that. Sun's out. Had rain most of the day. I'm in an area where I I have a hobby called geocaching, and I'm in an area where there are some geocaches around. So I did some of those, and as you saw in the videos, there's some waterfalls nearby, and just now I'm going to be starting some supper up. So supper will be some veggies, but I need to have veggies every meal, and I'm just going to have some spaghetti and hamburger in there. And so it's been an okay day. Well, actually, it's been the day's been good, even though I said it rained till about 2 in the afternoon. And but a rainy day out in the woods beats a nice day at home. So I'm going to be having supper. Hopefully, I should have a fire tonight. The forecast, last I looked, they've changed it 3 or 4 times lately. But hopefully that sun will stay out. The forecast is tomorrow for it to be not raining out. So I should be able to go in and check out that the creek and see if I can find any Crown Land sites on there for any future trips. Good morning. It's about 7:40. I've started to do a bit of packing. My sleeping bag and mattress are packed away in there, and I'm starting to have breakfast this morning. Breakfast is going to be oatmeal with cranberries and blueberries, some NRC drink for my vitamin C, and I'm just boiling some water now. People who have watched my videos before have seen that I have a different fold-up pot here. This one's a bit smaller, but when it folds up, these hold everything together. And my pot, and if I want to use it, I have another cup here, right here, all fits inside of it. So it's really handy. And just time to eat in a few minutes. So I want to look at the sky. We actually have sunshine here today, which I haven't seen much of in the past 3 days. And it's looking good. Hopefully when I pack up, I can be out in the water by about 10 o'clock and paddle around the creek there and see if I can spot some possible Crown Land sites. All packed up. I did my best to clean up the garbage left here by other people. I went through the whole open area here where be your camp, and I think I got most of it. So it's one kind of unwritten rule of camping is leave the place cleaner than what you found it. The fire pit, I got rid of the garbage in the fire pit. There is a grill here that can be used by other people, and it was left here, so I'll leave that here. But it looks good. Be heading out shortly. I'm hoping to drive down to one of the access points for canoeing. There's 2 access points for canoeing. One is just across the road from where I'm camping. The other one is about a kilometer. I guess that would be upstream. And I'll put in my canoe and see what I can find out there. Okay, I've arrived at the access point. Canoe will be coming off the car soon and heading in. There is no fishing here, which is fine because I don't fish anyway. But this area is a provincial fish sanctuary. Although rumor has it in the fall there's a lot of duck hunting going on here. Well, this is the first spot I'll be checking out. I've landed the canoe. So it's a spot right here where I can land. Now, to check out what is a spot here, you can have a safe fire, and a spot here which, if you're tent camping, which is what I normally do, a flat spot for a tent, Hammock camping, of course, I've done that before. There's all kinds of trees here you can put a hammock up between. I don't see any flat area here for a tent, nor do I, with all the ground cover here, I don't see any exposed rocks where it'd be safe to build or at least have a fire. So and this is only about a 10-minute paddling from where I went in. I'm just stopping anywhere that I can see that I can land a canoe and then check it out. Don't see much here. This is at the other end here where there's marshy area, so you really can't paddle up into here. However, no, nothing here. But that's okay. It's only the first stop, and we'll see what else I can find down the creek. Spot number 2, just around a bend in the creek. Look around here. That's could probably pitch a tent in this area here. Fairly flat. Actually, maybe even here a tent would go. And from this location, the road again is not far away, but you can't see it. And unless it's a bunch of ATVs, you wouldn't hear them. Again, no obvious spot where you could have a safe campfire. Walk down here a bit. Again, clearing away the brush here, you can get a tent in there without any problem at all. Good luck. So 2 out of 3 things we're looking for. One, a spot where you can land your canoe, obviously. A flat spot to put a tent. And I would like to have the ability to have a campfire. And of course you have to clear away a lot of the brush here and be very safe with it and make sure the fire was totally out before you went to bed at night. But I think I'm going to count this as a possible campsite. Oh, that's good. Another stop. This one looks promising in a number of ways. Easy landing for my canoe. It's too bad people have been here before and left stuff here. However, yeah, they left. I can see people leaving this kind of stuff here. It's crown land and it can be used by other people and it's not too bad. Clothing here, but nice fire pit. So easy to have campfires here. The view is north. To get a sunset view, I know that my friend camper Christina is fond of that. I like sunsets too, so, but this would be the east, so that would be a sunrise, which I wouldn't see, because I don't usually get up that early. Sunsets, well, I have a clear view here. Trees on the opposite side are blocking part of it, but I can come over here and get a nice sunset view. So, good landing, fire pit, flat spot for the tents, or tent singular. Right here looks like the ideal spot for a tent. So I think this checks all the boxes. But I'll mark this down as a site for future trips. Another stop. And basically, at the end of partway through this creek, there's a dam, and that's where I am. When I checked out the topo maps, this seemed like the best likely spot for a campsite. But I'm looking on the opposite side. It's a big cliff at the bottom. I'd have to climb up. To the west of me, I can go about 100 meters, or maybe a little bit more than that. Then I'm on private property. Here I can portage over the dam, but it's only about 200 meters downstream where the land is still crown. So let's see if there is a spot here to put a tent. There is a bit of a portage trail here, and yeah, a very easy spot here for a tent or 12. I don't know if there's any access to this old roadway here. I don't think that there is. But yes, you can certainly set up a tent here. The stones up here would make an okay spot to build some kind of small temporary fire pit. I like hammocks to rest in. Trees back in there for hammocks. And the sound of the water at the dam at night I find very soothing. And I want to see if how this dam looks here. Oh, maybe I can't get down. Let's have a look and see though. Well, not that way. But I can check this off as a spot that I can camp at. If I want to have a sunrise, well, I have a nice sunrise here. Of course, staying away from the actual dam. Nice view over the creek. There's no signs that people have camped here before, which I find surprising. No signs as in there's no garbage here, which is a plus. Okay, I'm across from the dam on a small island. Easy spot to land. From the water, this looked like a promising spot. Be a little bit buggy back here probably, but it's not today. Let's walk through here and let's see if we can find there'd be a good westerly view here, that's for sure. And well, people have been here before. garbage. That's unfortunate again. It's a mattress. Well, these sites are fairly accessible, and you would think that people that enjoy coming out here in the wilderness would take better care of it. But it's not the case, unfortunately. There's a fire pit here, which I like to see. It's a safe spot for a fire. Tent could go up in here, and wanted a westerly view of a sunset. It's always nice in the evening to sit down with a drink and watch the sun go down. There's your westerly view here. I didn't look to see. I didn't come over here. Maybe I put in the canoe around the back, but it does look like yeah, you could easily beach it here too. So and there's a nice view of the creek. Yeah, this is a good site too, I think. Another area to check out. Easy landing here. Also, according to my GPS, there's a small stream here. I think it's right over here. That way. And it says that there could be a waterfalls there. And my GPS has been known sometimes to be right, so I'm going to check that out too while I'm here. First of all, is there anywhere here to set up a tent? It does not look like it. Of course, I could be wrong. Yeah, I could probably fit the tent in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a flat spot right over here. So there's a spot for a tent to go. Glad I'm wearing orange because it's the second time I've pulled up here. I've heard a gunshot. Now, I don't know all the hunting seasons. As far as having a fire here, a campfire here, I would say no. I don't see any exposed rock area. It would be safe to have to build some kind of temporary fire pit. Maybe. No. Open area again, but no. I would say no fire here, but a camp spot for sure. Now, as far as my GPS saying there's waterfalls here, small waterfalls. The water level will have to be a lot higher than it is today. And I mean about, looks like about 3 feet higher to come over here and flow down here. So I would say that there would normally not be any kind of... It's 12:30. I beat most of the rain. It was there's a few drops coming down, but that's okay. I was able to find, I think, 4 spots where the area is suitable for camp. 2 spots people have already been to before, and there's fire pits there. The other 2, you have to go there. No spots I could see to even build any kind of temporary fire pit. As usual on Crown Land sites, so there are no privies. I am kind of surprised because people use this area a lot apparently, and I thought somebody would have built some kind of makeshift privy at any of the sites, but they didn't, which is okay, and then that's fine. Everybody knows how to make a cat hole. There's 2 other things I found though. Or one, where my GPS said there might be waterfalls, there wasn't, unless there's really a lot of water. And the other thing I found out is, and I found this out a while ago actually, that when I'm in the canoe for a while, my knees start to hurt. I don't kneel anymore. I kind of sit in the seat, but my knees still ache after about an hour and a half being out in the water. And once I land on shore, I'm okay after about 10 or 15 minutes or something like that. But it is something I have to try and figure out how to help with that. What might help, even though I'm sitting, I still have my knees on the bottom here. I could put in a pad. I could glue a pad down to the bottom of the canoe here, so I can put my knees on that. If I'm sitting with my knees upright, I just don't feel very comfortable with that, very safe with that. So, but these are all things that I need to work out because I've got 10 or 15 more years of canoeing left, or I hope so anyway. So that's about it for this trip. I'll be heading home. Be home in about 3 hours. Have a nice hot shower, then go over to the girlfriend's house for a nice home-cooked dinner. So that makes a very nice ending to it. I want to thank you all for watching another Camper 69 video. And if you like the video, please click on the like. It helps other people to find my page. And if you like to, please subscribe to my account. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.